Entry number 26, June 28th, 2017. Last entry, I forgot to mention that as I was going to make my appointment, the guy I call Fishbach was sitting against the wall of the estate. He paid me back, more than he owed me. Paid me almost $3. So we're even. The night before last, I think I cooked up over medium fried 4 eggs and ate them for dinner. Yesterday morning, I think I got up early, like 8:30 a.m. I excited to finally get that computer cord. I went to Karen's office. It wasn't there. I called her and left a message saying I'd be back in the afternoon. But I've gotten ahead of myself. When I got up yesterday morning, my phone was almost out of juice, and it turned out my phone power cord was in fact broken, which caused me some worry as I thought I'd have to charge my phone exclusively at the library. But at some point I realized not so, because my iPod Nano has a USB to wall socket converter jack, as I call it. So I plugged it into my micro USB to USB converter cord and charged it that way. I will be more careful how I wrap up my power cord, as I caused the problem by how I wrapped this one. I don't remember where I went after Karen's office. Probably home, maybe to charge my phone. On my way, I think I found a book, Stephen King's Nightmares and Dreamscapes. I think I went back to Karen Kepik's office at almost 2 o'clock p.m. A receptionist had a message for me from Karen. Karen said the power cord was broken. The receptionist handed me 2 $10 Fred Meyer gift cards. Karen said she hoped this would handle it. I didn't think it would. In fact, I didn't think Fred Meyers carried computer power cords. But I proceeded immediately to the Fred Meyers near Beaverton Transit Center anyway. The one on Burnside doesn't have a real electronics section. At the Beaverton Transit Center, I checked all the trash cans for cans and bottles. On my way out of the Beaverton Transit Center, I found a Fred Meyers shopping cart and set it up in my standard way, in case anyone wanted to give me cans and bottles. I won $37 at Dee Dee's. Freddy's only carried a universal power cord, which probably would have done the job, but it cost about $50. After much looking around and deliberating, I decided to buy a Ghetto Blaster CD player. It had an AM/FM radio and a line-in jack. I thought I'd never use the CD player, but the radio and the line-in sold me. It cost $25. I had $5. I should say that I never thought I'd buy a CD player. I never did like that technology. On the flip of a coin, I decided to go back home instead of to my tobacco shop, even though I was out of store-bought smokes and smoking rollies. Jeff was in his office. I asked him if that form was the one he was used to seeing. He said it was a variation on the one he was used to seeing. I think I might mail that form in just to be safe. I asked him if there was anything else I could do for housing. He basically thought out loud for a while in answer to that one, but basically said we were doing pretty much all we could for housing. I asked him if he thought I'd get that SSI. He said he thought I would. I asked him why he thought I would. I don't know how to relate his answer. He asked me if I thought I'd get he asked me if I thought I'd get SSI. I told him I was worried I wouldn't. He asked why. I told him because I've been doing so well. He suggested he suggested I get set up with vocational rehab. He said he'd never seen it hurt a person's chance to get SSI and said he'd seen it help a person get SSI. He said it involved a lot of appointments and paperwork. I told him Karen never did give me that power cord and explained the situation. He said he might be able to get the power cord on petty cash and began looking up prices on the World Wide Web. We have a meeting scheduled for tomorrow at 10 o'clock a.m. to discuss the power cord and vocational rehab. I then went to Peterson's to get a pop and a book of matches. Then I went to my tobacco shop to buy a pack of smokes. Then I went to the library to noodle around on the World Wide Web, upload my last journal entry, and chat with friends. I think I left the library at about 7:30. I was too tired last night to write this entry, so I started it this morning after I woke up, sometime after 11 o'clock a.m., but before noon. I have just under $5, enough to buy smokes. The time is 1:50. End of entry.